start the stream for sure. Okay, by the way, you are all being recorded in any case, so don't say don't say something that you don't want to say. Also, I'm recording from my FaceTime video right now, so anyone in the back is going to be recorded and. Yeah, I know the acoustics good. Okay, cool. All right. So I already noticed that the upstream here is not very good. So, but we'll no, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not, definitely not stuff like that is. Yeah. So this REST API right here. Hang on. Okay, cool. Let's just find out. This is not something I wanted to show, so this can just actually be gone. All right, let's see what we look like. So this is my dashboard. So if you want to follow me, this is the stream you should follow. And then normally, if you've got a proper connection, you can see what it looks like. And I think what you'll be seeing here is that we will be dropping out quite soon, or yeah, or I don't even know. It says excellent, but I'm not sure if that's. Oh, we are streaming in 1080p, but I'm not sure about the quality. Anyway, it's just a tryout for like an hour or something anyway, so. Okay, cool. What does the project look like? It looks like this. So we have some, it's probably going to fail. It's probably going to fail. So you can get to see some competitions basically. Oh boy. Let's go to the thing that was set up for me by Kris Hofmans. Thank you so much for this. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we ran a competition when we went to Spiel in Germany. So the idea is that you can create a new competition, and in this competition, you can create new challenges. So this is not what that looks like, but if you do create competition, you say Socrates Belgium 19. I don't know, it's let's run it until Sunday. I just noticed that I never switched to the coding things. Hello everyone. So here what you can do is add competitors. Who else is here? Thomas. Add some more people. And then what you can do is add challenges. And one of the challenges could be host a live coding session or something like that. It's going to score someone 5 points. Host a live coding session at Socrates Belgium 2019. You do save. It'll get persisted, etc., etc. You can do some more challenges. And then you can start a competition and then start completing challenges. So it's just a way to get a way of administration of who did which challenges, which should just facilitate hosting these competitions. So that's the domain, quote unquote, that we're working with. Can I tweet a link to what exactly? To the stream or sure, hang on. I put it in Yeah, I put it in Slack. But so anyway, I think I'll re-upload the recording anyway, because I don't think the data quality is that great. All right, let's see. Yeah. So what I've been doing is I've got this competition controller. It's got a bunch of functions. For example, something to add challenges, to add competitors, to list all of the competitions, etc., etc., etc. What I've been doing is I've split up my F-it challenge, so that's the name of the app, into two backends, the one that I had before, and then the one that I'm trying to migrate to CQRS. My approach here was, if you look at the controller, let's make that a little bit larger. The thing I've been trying to do here is by splitting up into packages only, what I want my hexagonal architecture to look like eventually. Because I noticed that if I just split it into modules right now, it will just break everything, and then I didn't want a red build. So I split it up into something that does command and query messaging. This is like generic code to execute commands and execute queries. Then we've got some adapters, one to access the database and one to pull and push stuff to the UI. And then our domain contains specific commands and a core package right now. So this is all just, how do you say that? It's all temporary. Yeah? So as I'm doing this, I'm also learning about. So it's not that I know everything about CQRS or hexagonal architecture. But the thing that I've been doing is I've been gradually extracting code from these methods, and then basically replacing whatever's in here with a call to a command executor. So that's the thing that I've been doing. And I mean, this is the next method that I'm about to do. Like, or if anyone has any question, just let me know. Because otherwise I'll just keep on talking and not sure how useful that'll be for you. So by the way, for the future viewers, I'm now live at Socrates Belgium in La Roche-en-Ardenne, and there's a bunch of people sitting in the same room with me. Maybe if I just go like this, maybe a little bit, and you can see a couple of people there. Thanks for waving. And also on this side, yay! Thanks for doing that. And then what I'll do is I'll re-upload this as a separate broadcast, because the connection here isn't that great. So normally we get live interaction with viewers, but I don't think that will be happening anytime soon. Cool, so let's just continue doing remove competitor then and extract it into a command, if that's okay with y'all. Is that okay? So the way that I usually go about this is I'll just start by adding a command, just like here, that mimics the name of the function itself or the method. So that means that we'll need instead of an add competitor, we'll also need a remove competitor. And the remove competitor is going to be something like this, actually. Oh. So what I did here is I added a sealed class of all of the competition commands, and then instead of just having to import them like competition.commands dot remove competitor, I just make type aliases so that it's more easily readable. So this is a command. It should return a competition aggregate. It contains a competitor to add. Apparently that's not what I want. I think my controller only takes in an ID or something. So, okay, it takes in a competitor. This is the stuff I want to get rid of, right? Because I only use the ID from it. So what I'll try to do, and I'm not sure that this is a UUID. Yeah, it's just a UUID. So what I can do is I can create a competitor ID basically for this thing here, and then have it be a type alias for a UUID, for example. Or was it you that mentioned this the other day as well? Like maybe you can show me that how that works, how an inline class would work. So right now, for example, competitor name is something you can see it. It's right now it's part of the command stuff, but it's being used already in the UI adapter. So that's something I should get rid of at some point, but right now command is apparently also, you know, like a sort of a common module. I do have some way to here's the diagram. So this is my how modules are going to be depending on each other, and right now adapter also has a dependency on command. So that's something I want to get rid of as well. But that means command right now is something of a common module, let's say. So what we could do here is make a inline class called competitor ID. ID, and it's a UUID. And what's the why is this thing? What do I do? Like, do I need to do enable inline classes support or what? There we go. And then that's it. Yeah. And it works the same like a data class. Yeah, but I don't know if string will automatically work in the rest of it, but if it's a UID, if it's a string, it will work because by default string can only handle in its converters single argument string instructions. You mean in the controller arguments? Yeah. Yeah. So you think that Spring or like then Jackson, I guess, won't map it to your UUID? It's Spring because it's in the patch variables and not inside the body. That's Jackson. So it's two separate concepts. Okay. So let's try and refactor this first then, I guess. Okay. So this should be... the body. Yeah, this is the body apparently. Yeah, right now it's a body, so I mean this should hopefully just work. Why not change into a delete topic and put competitor ID inside that? It's too much refactoring. I don't want to change that much stuff to my controller or my UI for now. I just want to update the backend. I don't know what Jackson is going to do with the inline. Luckily I have tests for that, so we can check what happens. So in my controller test, we have a post to remove competitor, and then right now it's finding a specific competitor. I don't think we need to do that, in fact. Yeah, we do, because we need the ID. So instead of do JSONifying snarf, we need to create a new competitor ID that has snarf's ID, and then call it snarf ID or something, and then use this instead of snarf to JSONify, hopefully, and it should work, eh? Yeah, okay. So I sure did. So yeah, the other thing I did was I moved competitor ID to the competitor name class, so maybe that's not such a great idea. Maybe let's extract this here as well. Huh? So just extract it to its own class, and what I can do then, so if I go back here, then then I'll be in the same package. So here's competitor ID, the thing I just created, and this should extend from REST API exposed or something. Yeah, And this thing is just a marker interface, but it has the extension function. So now this will work. I hear you groaning. Tell me what's up.
Yeah, your business ID shouldn't know about any this might give help with hack.
Yeah. What the hell is this? Hey, use it at your own risk. Whoa.
We're actually on an older Kotlin version as well.
Ah.
1.3.60 was released.
Does that mean that I can't use it, or that I can use it?
We'll see if your test turns green or not.
If you depends if your test is green or not. Yeah, so it's not, eh? Apparently it was a bad request. But and then why? Let's see why. Here we go. So in the body it did have an ID, Allee? Yeah, it does look fine. Maybe do inline classes, can you easily construct them? I mean, by instrumentation, because I think Jackson uses that or something. You mind if we just do this for a moment and then check if that works? Because that's the only change, yeah? Just do data class, rerun it, because I mean, I'm also just learning, eh? Maybe in the... Yeah. In the meanwhile, let's check out if someone is watching.
There's a Jackson issue support for inline classes,
Ah.
still open.
Ah, voilà.
But that's why if you put it in a patch variable, I know that wouldn't work.
Can anyone... Ah, see, yeah, so it does work. Okay, so we can't really use inline classes just yet then, I guess. So I will make a note of that. So I also have this captain's log, and it's where I write down stuff that I learned, but also stuff that I decided and then the reason why. So it's like a lightweight architecture decision record thing. I don't know what the date is today. 14? 15? 15, whatever. Socrates Belgium. Oh, cheers. Inline classes not Jacksonifiable. Is that a word? See this issue. Ah, yeah, so I was moving down, but that didn't work, of course. Okay. So as you can see, I try to stream absolutely everything in that I do. It has multiple reasons. One of the reasons is that I want to, sort of log all of the work that I'm doing for this project and do nothing else without streaming it. So it's just to give a good idea of how much work goes into this kind of a project. And then maybe even also how much work did I spend in refactoring stuff in comparison to how much work did I spend in actually setting up the active record and the anemic domain stuff. Hello, Koen. He's waving. Koen waves. Inline classes not working with Jackson. Yeah. Oh, Jackson yet. Okay. Alright, so back to our controller test then, which is green now, right? I didn't actually see it. Yeah, it's green. So if we move back to our controller here, we just replaced this full competitor thing with competitor ID. This will also make sure that my UI is still working with the same thing because it's still just a wrapper object. And then I can safely extract this into a command. So we already had that one, by the way. So it's this one. So what I'll do is I'll go to so next to this, I also have a handler for that. So let's actually I only now notice that my handler is in the main competition package, but I think it should be in the competitor package or something. Thoughts? Anyone? Preference? What, sure means let's move it or what? Okay. Competitor. There we go. And then hopefully the test also got moved, but I'm not sure about that, so let's verify that. And it did not. Competitor. There we go. So if you go back to our handler. Oh no. IntelliJ, don't disappoint me. So for some reason that addition or that move wasn't added to Git properly. Okay, so let's create another test for our handler. So that means we can create a class called remove competitor handler test then, right?
I have a question
Yeah.
about the return of the commands. Your commands are returning a competitor?
It's no, because it's since it's a command that gets applied to my competition, I always want to return the competition that was changed because of it.
Okay, but isn't this like a single responsibility violation because we expect this to change the state of the system to add a new competitor, and then I have a separate tray handler that actually returns the competition, so that not that your command handlers don't return anything actually.
Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the reason why I did it now, in any case, so I wasn't really out of it in any case. But so the reason I did it now was just to be able to, if you go to the controller, the only thing I need here is just this line. So I didn't need to, yeah, how do you explain that? So if you look at what's happened here, yeah, it's also bad example, huh?
Because this shouldn't be able to
Here.
follow your repositories
Yeah.
in architecture.
Yeah, so here you can see that it's still being transformed. So this is the next one that needs to be transformed in any case. But for all of these, I'm just returning, yeah, sure, I accepted it. I added a competitor. The reason why that is yeah, and I don't really like that design yet, is that I'm not returning explicit errors upon proper execution. Like in the morning session, we actually had Matthias was talking about monads and monoids, and as an example, he also gave the either type, which has these two sides made explicit. And that's something I like as well. Yeah, so that sort of stuff I want to get in there eventually.
Yeah, the typical case though, since you're using Spring Boot is exception handlers.
Yeah.
And if you have some
Yeah.
specific ones, you can
Yeah.
also start returning
Yeah.
the correct HTTP code.
Yeah, so that's what I did as well.
Also, I already said about the delete button, but to add, you do it RPC style, like add competitor, and not just a post on a competitor.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's not a REST, like a RESTful. No, wait, what's the thing called? I don't adhere to the. It's not RESTful, basically. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't use a competition as a resource. I wanted a task-based thing, so that I can directly map whatever the UI does as a task to, yeah, on the aggregate that I wanted. So in this case, a competition.
At the top of your class now, there is an at-risk control.
A what? Ah, yeah, here.
You can make an alias for that. This is not a risk control.
Let's do that. That's hilarious. No, let's do that. it will be forever in the code because of this. It's hilarious.
More nerdy. It is not the rest controller you're looking for.
Oh.
Yeah, cool. Like here, is that fine? Can you do that? At this is not the rest controller you are looking for. Stuff like this,
Yeah.
and then oi.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know how to make annotations in Kotlin actually. I have no idea. How do you do that?
Add interface.
Sorry?
Wasn't it add interface?
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, it complained. I think I know.
Okay, let's have an annotation.
I've got a plan.
But that's Java.
Yeah, I know, but
Ah.
uh,
Ah.
it's just annotation, okay. And then it's a class,
Yeah,
and then
it's not inheritable apparently. So
which one?
the risk controller,
How do you see that?
it's not in the annotations on the annotation.
Ah,
So it might not work.
let's try it anyway. Yeah. So we could alias. We could do the same, huh? But it did have a bunch of annotations though that I failed to copy now.
You definitely need the runtime retention and then probably the alias for.
It should be the same, no? Shouldn't it be the same?
Not necessarily completely, but if you add the alias for it, it'll probably work. If it's inheritable, you can just put an at-risk controller on your annotation.
Yeah, but it's gone now, Chris. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I deleted it. I'm sorry. It's remove competitor. To the task at hand. Wait, until what time was the session again? 3:30? 3:30, yeah? Okay, cool. Alright, so what I was doing, I was writing a test for the remove competitor handler. Yeah. I think if we want some progress, I guess we can just copy paste the add competitor handler. Does anyone no?
But it will be completely different because in this case your given will be different because with the add you didn't have to have it.
Yeah,
In
but
this case,
okay.
you will need to
Okay.
create one first.
Yeah.
And then your assert will be that you cannot find them anymore.
We don't yet have this thing.
You can copy paste a bit.
Yeah. That's the thing I wanted to do. The entire class, of course. Let's do remove. Let's add that stuff. And then I think this is the one I don't want. This is the one I do. And now stuff I'll need it. Yeah, for sure this thing. I'll need this. I don't think I'll need this. I mean, I hope I don't. I think I'm going to need that. Then everywhere where there's this, I want remove competitor handler. And it doesn't exist yet because we want to go here and then do this, right? And now we can just get rid of some stuff. So this should be the remove competitor command that I want to be using. So that's this type alias. And then this we can just get rid of. So there's like that to do thing. How do you do that again? To do? No? You know what I mean? Stuff. No, it doesn't work.
With the reified generics in Kotlin, since you already specified it on the command handler to implement it,
It's
the
like
get
this.
command type method for your strategy pattern becomes no longer necessary.
Okay, I want to learn about this.
You don't need to do it now with the reified generics, and then you can just get the command type from the generics information that's already added to the your class file.
Reify generics,
Yeah.
and then
Since you're implementing command handler completion and remove competitor, and you're returning the same information in get command,
yeah.
you
It's already. You mean it's generified here, but then I'm doing this, huh?
And in Java you couldn't do it because you have type-related.
Yeah.
Kotlin can do it with the reified generic.
Okay, and what do I need to specifically do for that? So it should be in my superclass here? This should be like the reified C or something then, or what?
Yeah, something, but not there. It's probably at the top. The command handler will be reified C.
Ah, here, you mean.
Yeah, and then you'll be able to query that. Yeah, then it might be on the C of your handle, something like that. But you don't need to do it now, but it should be that you no longer need to get command type.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll have to look that up. Alright, cool. So we haven't yet implemented this stuff, so the thing I want to do, I already know as well, because it's in the competition controller. Huh? Where is it at? Over here. So, yeah, really what I want to do is this. Huh? And then replace that eventually with whatever is in here. So my command handler test, in fact. So when I found a competition, so that's, yeah, okay. I want to remove the competitor with the given ID from the competition. Is that fine? This text, is that fine? Okay, cool. What other stuff? So we have a competition. We created it. Then I think this thing needs to be set up with some competitor, right? I'm not sure if I do have that stuff. So I want competitors with a list of, and then a competitor name of, I don't know, Snarf or something. Who knows the Thundercats, by the way? I hear someone laughing. Here we go already. Yeah, let's do this. So, I'll replace that with Snarf's name, I guess. And then, since we found this competition, we want to mock that whenever we do a query execute or execute with a find competition query, that we find this Thundercats competition. And then, if we do the handle with remove competitor with not Snarf's name, this is actually compiling. That's not very good, huh? So remove competitor as a wrong interface. It should have like this, and then it should be competitor ID to remove. Correct? All right. And then if you go back here, now it does not compile. Okay. And then I need Snarf's ID somehow. And yeah, to do this, I did something sneaky. That you can just rewatch this previous session, the previous session to this one, where I didn't want to screw too much with this stuff. So what I enabled was on my, where is, yeah, dang it. So on Thundercat's competition, I did find competitor with snarf, and now I have a competitor, and I can ask its ID, and this is going to be snarf's ID. And this find competitor thing is currently also only an extension function because I only need it for tests and I didn't want it available for my my production code basically. More specifically, this is pretty dirty because you just have to accept that if you find or try to find a competitor on a competition and your query ended up with nothing, then yeah, don't throw illegal state. But it's correct for my tests because I expect it to be there, and then it fails on the right spot.
But you also have to expose your competitors,
I also had to expose my competitors.
because otherwise you wouldn't.
Yeah. So indeed, so currently I can't really make my aggregates watertight because I'm still using them somewhere to just pass them back to the control out of the controller or take them in a controller, so I can't really make them watertight yet.
Did you expose the mutable list of competitors?
No, I provided a getter for it. Yeah, so I mean, it's semi-safe, huh? But this is something I already did at the very beginning. So I didn't want. I have backing properties for my competitors. That's how we did it. So not the other way around. Somebody said like, make your competitors immutable and then provide setters for it instead. Something like that. Alright, so this is not enough because I want a competitor ID, and this snarf's ID is not returning a competitor ID. So I could also refactor the competitor to have a competitor ID, but then I would be breaking more. Because in the JSON, it'll be something else, in fact. And then my UI will break, so I don't want to do that. But so this is like one of those things that you sort of just have to know, if you know what I mean. Like, and I don't like that bit yet. So you still have to make sure that you think about stuff like that. And
Yeah, what we do is we stick all the business keys like a competitor ID in a vocabulary module on which all dependencies point to, but it doesn't depend on anything, so we can use it in all the layers.
yeah.
To not break your JSON, you could have a custom serialize it.
Yeah.
So it serializes.
Okay. Yeah.
And everything will stay compatible.
Okay.
And you don't have the superfluous
Yeah.
in between all the layers.
That's cool, but that's also quite exhaustive for the thing I want to do in this case, I guess. Maya, that's a cool idea to have this vocabulary module. And then if we look at this thing here, so not this thing, but maybe something. Hier ze. Hier, ja. So someone asked, why do you not use a delete mapping?
What an annoying person.
The annoying thing is that I can't actually see the requests. And normally I see them in my chat window here, but I don't right now. So there must be like a thing wrong with since I last upgraded my now I'm yeah. So sorry for the chat. I'm not responding to your text. I'm being a bad streamer.
I'm feeling pretty left out.
Sorry for not interacting with y'all. Oh, Bojack. I love Bojack. Hang on. So we were doing some code. Where was I, in fact? So I was showing this find competitors function that I needed to be able to test stuff. And we were in this test. Yeah. And so,
change your assertion first.
which one?
Contains exactly, now it's,
Yeah, it shouldn't contain.
and
It should be empty actually. Oh, that's nice. Okay. And then I guess also do this. So verify that it's saved again. Right? Or not? Yeah, he's nodding. Yeah. Or is it just? Is it you're unstable and? Okay, that's good. I thought you couldn't deal with this shitty looking code or something. Okay.
something we do is we don't use a mock, but we do a test implementation of the repository interface.
Ah, yeah.
And then you have like the get saved competition, and then you know two things. You know that it was saved, because otherwise that will be not
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you can do your assertion when it's saved.
Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but the thought I always come across is, but that's what the mocking framework is doing in the backend as well, eh? And
There's a difference because now the when lines where you're mocking, you're doing it in every test, and even just moving that mocking line to a central place, it's just a refactor step in your test code, and then it's just a decision whether or not you're
yeah,
centralizing it with Mockito.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But details.
Wait, so are you internally using Mockito in those stubs then, or?
You could, but we usually just.
Oh yeah, it's just some simple list. Yeah.
It would be nice if you could get the save into your infrastructure instead of in the actual code. And you need to verify that you did a save. Well, you probably always want to do a save if everything works out.
Yeah, yeah,
It's probably something that can be moved to infrastructure.
yeah. Like, yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. So in this case, it would mean our command executor, I think. So this is the infrastructure layer. Then when you handle, and that makes.
But that's tricky, because then you're, if you
Yeah.
want to do the save here centrally with a aggregate, then the aggregate would be just outside the boundary of where you don't want it to be known.
Don't agree with that.
Infrastructure is because you don't want infrastructure to know about your.
I don't want the
What, you don't need that?
actual aggregate. I want to have a specific application.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, okay. Because I mean, it's also part of the SQL adapter then in this case, somehow, like, or not. Because your repository should be somewhere in core, and then that repository then might use JDBC or whatever. Okay. Ooh. Where are we at? Okay, let's just run this. Yeah, we know that it's not going to work. But I feel like there's something wrong still with this this code, but I don't know what. It's just a hunch. So let's verify the hunch by trying to run the test. Return whatever, I don't know. So in any case, what we'll need to do is find, execute my find competition query. Yep. With the competition ID. So this is not clear, but it's over here somewhere. That is the competition ID. Do you want me to rename this or what? Okay, you guys don't care. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So found competition. And it is always found. So that's also some sneaky stuff I did. So find competition, this handler, it will always return a competition or it will throw an exception. And this exception is a specific one that will return a 404. So that's how I did that. So my exception catcher knows how to translate domain runtimes into JSON and HTTP status codes.
But your
Yeah, yeah. So it's somewhere in between right now. I guess it's in core, but allee, this is definitely something that's not good yet. Allee. If I'm going to split the modules, I will run into this problem.
You can have the data on there, but it would be strange that your domain knows about HTTP header code and HTTP. But Spring can just have exception handlers based on the type, and then there you can decide whatever code to return.
Yeah. Oh no. Now I want to remove the competitor with command dot competitor ID to remove, which is a wrapper, and then I need to unwrap this. And then I guess we needed to still save it. So save the found competition. And now I think we have, yeah, and then we'll also return this.
Why did you unwrap it and not change it to be more type?
This one.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I think I should, yeah. But so let's make our test green and then do that. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to know the reflex why you would unpack it here.
Yeah, it's just to make sure that it's looking the same like it is here. So now we have, now you can really see.
You could have just cut that code and pasted it in.
Yeah, cutting would break tests, Kris. Let's run the tests and see if this works or not. Because I think there's like, oh, Manneke. There's some nasty stuff with when, because we return updated and saved competition. But I don't think that we do anything with it, do we? The test works, but... Huh? Ah, that's a good question as well. So, yeah, the to-do thing was there. I mean, we verified that the code was called. I mean, yeah, so it wasn't read at all, no. So now we don't know if this test is a good test, I guess. But I guess we'll deal with that for like another time or something. Because then I think we can just stop here because we've got green tests. And then I can continue. Yeah, but then we are testing not the handler, but competitions remove competitor function.
Yeah, but I always test from this level, so I don't have specific.
Yeah. So I do have it hopefully on competition. Yeah, see, I've got a bunch of tests for this. Hey.
If I have both tests, it sometimes prevents me from refactoring. If I do it outside in, then I can change whatever I want in the domain extracted further.
Yeah, alright. Okay, yeah, honestly, I'm going to call it quits again, because then in 3 minutes, like, the next person is going to be here. Thank you for joining. In any case, I hope you found it a little bit interesting. Yeah. Does anybody want to say something to the stream before I turn it down? Hi, stream. Or bye, stream. Bye, stream. Alright, thanks for watching. I like. Alright, see you next time. Peace.